wow, I am flabbergasted that it sold for this price. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I think it's low. I'm shocked. That is a very interesting design with those peaks.
When you open the front door of this house, you really have the sense that you're walking into something special. It's almost like being a kid in a playhouse where everywhere you turn, there's something unexpected and something new. That is really a touchstone of my father's design, is
Wow.
making a livable space exciting for the people who live there.
I love the angles. The angles are incredible.
My name's Zen Gesner. I'm the son of Harry Gesner, the architect of the Stebel house. He had just finished a house called the Cole House, and Jan and Sid Stebel started driving around and they spotted the house from Sunset Boulevard.
That is a
Looked
great
up
view.
and saw this huge A-frame roof, and Fred Cole, the owner, wasn't there. So they just left a note tacked to his front door saying, "Hey, we love your house. Can you please call us with the name of the architect?" And he loved the fact that they didn't have a lot of money. He saw that as a really great challenge to try to create something that was like the Cole House, which is pretty grand, in a smaller scale on a very difficult lot. And in my
That just the exterior of that with the A-frames where you put the deck off of that. This is really incredible.
father's normal tradition, when he was hired to do any home, anywhere, he would find a way to
Triangles.
spend as much time initially on the site to kind of get a feeling of how the wind was, where it came from, where the sun rose, where it set,
Wow,
the
that's a
light
great
during
window.
the day. All of these factors, including the trees, the rocks. He liked the idea of really fitting something into a natural area and not impose upon that area.
This
but
is like
actually
Frank
create
Lloyd
out
Wright.
of it organically.
So this architect is like Frank Lloyd Wright, building around, having incredible design, but building around the nature.
Took his sketch pad and made renderings of what he would present to the Stebels as their home. He came up with the idea of making perpendicular A-frames. And this is a really good vantage to see this.
Yeah.
You can see this gable on this side is one A-frame, and that is the second A-frame on the second floor. Both of these A-frames afford different views. So from the bedroom, you have this view of this mountainside here. And this A-frame on this side projects down Mandeville Canyon. And you really get this incredible treetop view.
Wow.
My father had spent a lot of time in Switzerland. He was an avid mountain climber and a skier. And he spent a lot of time around the Swiss chalets.
And that's
so
what
that
it does
influenced a lot of
represent.
the design as well.
Yep.
So I think, when I see my father's architecture, I see a lot of his history in it, as well as his love of nature. A lot of European influences. I see a lot of Native American influences.
It's very interesting to combine all of those together and have.
So this is a very classic example of a mid-century sunken living room.
Mm-hmm.
But my father always puts his own little twist on everything. So it's almost like there's a Zen garden that goes around that's indoor and outdoor. And these windows are sculpted in such a way that you really don't even see the difference between indoor and outdoor. It's a sunken living room. You're really sitting in nature. And I think that's a stamp of my father's design. And it really gives people an idea of how everything fits together. He loved using reclaimed materials.
Those are
in a lot of
incredible
his houses.
ceilings.
The fireplace over here, for instance, my father always believed that a brick coming from something else had a life before it, a soul. And you're bringing all of that life into a new existence. It is a beautiful piece of art. And if you look out at that, if you look through it, it's actually in the exact spot the sun rises every morning. it shines through that window, and it casts its light and its color through the whole room. Downstairs, the bar hides this staircase. And in the spirit of discovery, for anybody who's visiting, it really kind of appears out of nowhere. We are now in another A-frame with another 20-foot high ceiling pointed towards this wooded area with this amazing framing of window. Now, this may look like just a piece of art on its own, but I guarantee my father chose every one of these frames for a reason.
I'm just intrigued with how thoughtful and purposeful every piece of wood, every piece of material was laid in this house. It's so incredible, so refreshing. This is just an incredible, incredible special house.
Very few of my father's houses actually had railings on the decks. I think he just didn't like the sight line. But
yeah, it ruins it.
As long as you don't have really young kids.
This is just phenomenal.
Off the bedroom.
I'd like to see this in person.
This is where Stebel's desk was. And you can see the skylight, which gave light to his typewriter. And my father asked if he could bring this skylight down so that Sid could have a view from where he was working. Down here was the art studio.
I absolutely love this wall where he talks about how because he's back at it, where his father placed glass panes. It's not just one glass pane. It's divided, and it's like picturesque. It's, you look through this one and you see this picture. You look through this one and you see this picture. You could probably sit there for hours and see different views.
It fits. So he just had a way of doing that. And I think he built his reputation of building hillside homes.
That's an incredible house. Talk about incredible architecture. Really close similarities with Frank Lloyd Wright and how they work within the environment that they have. Having that connection with the environment. I'm in awe about how he melded that Swiss chalet, and then the way he did the wall. It's just a piece of glass in my office, and it's sections, diagonal, rectangular, square, purposely done that way, not haphazardly, to connect with whatever view is outside when you look through that particular pane of glass. Just it's amazing to me. I would love to see that house in person. It's just the talent and the vision is beyond what I could comprehend. I'm flabbergasted. This sold for only, and I mean that, I don't mean it sarcastically, I'm shocked the price is so low, $3,690,000. That shocks me. I think the value is way more than that, but I guess it's a particular buyer, right? Wow. Whoever purchased that, you got a bargain, I think. With the architecture, the way it sits, the thoughtfulness, that is a great house. It's more than a house. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more Los Angeles homes.